The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 206 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Holographic Edition Fontaine playing cards. So, with no further ado, let's take a look, see what we get. Here we got the Holographic Fontaine playing cards in that silvery holographic colorway tuck box, which is very shiny, as you can see. There, got the nice shine to it. So it is a glossy finish tuck box. Then you got some like glossy white finishes, which are the letters and words on the tuck box. And it says Holographic Edition Fontaine playing cards there on the front, the Fontaine logo and the Fontaine F there. And all this, like the words you can see on the front, they are embossed, so they are textured, so you can feel all the different textures of like all the letters and stuff. And on the side, you got some little information, like corporate information kind of. It says distributed by Fontaine Playing Cards, Los Angeles, California. These are made in PRC by Legends Playing Card Co. So they can get like because they're more technical at doing holographic, I guess. And then that's also embossed, so all the letters on the tuck box are slightly embossed, so you can feel them. The other side has the exact same thing. On the bottom, we got one of 15,000 first edition holographic. And then you got the Fontaine website and designed by Zach Mueller. On the back, you got a sneak peek of that back design, and it also was embossed. On the top, you got the Fontaine logo, once again embossed. Now think about that holographic colorway on the inner tuck flap. On the inner tuck flaps, you just got the holographic once again. If you take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box, there's just plain white. Nothing too crazy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. First, we'll start with that back design. Here we have that holographic back design once again. Like that silvery kind of colorful holographic back design with the standard Fontaine like mirrored back design with the standard white border. And the neat thing about this Fontaine deck is the back design is slightly embossed, so you can feel like those Fontaine F's there. You can feel it, like you can feel the texture of it. And it's a mirrored back design, so you can flip the design over. Same design in both directions. Now for the cards you get with the deck, we have two identical, like, these are the only two extra cards in the deck. There's only like these two jokers. And they both have a book, with like the little sun logo there. And it says Fontaine cards Fontaine cards Center for Cards to Exploration. And then a little address there. And it's in that holographic design. And then the one thing about this deck, just because the F's on the back are like embossed, you can like ever so slightly like see it. You can kind of see it there, like goes like through the card. It's almost pressed through the card there. So you can kind of like see that. Like, you can slightly feel it, but not like too bad. But you can definitely see it on each card. That's one thing to take notice, that it's kind of pressed through the card. But anyway, now onto the Ace of Spades. We got that classic Fontaine Ace of Spades with the Fontaine logo there in the middle and then the little band of whatever color it is. And this one has the holographic band there. And then the rest of the cards in the deck are just standard, like standard faces. There's nothing too crazy about this deck. Other than the back design is like the craziest part of the deck, but the rest of the cards are just standard faces. So I'll just quickly go through these because we all know what the standard faces look like. And those are standard faces. Nothing too crazy going on with the faces, other than that Ace of Spades and the two like jokers. Other than that, there's nothing too crazy going on with the cards. But now that we took a look at them, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. And I gotta say, I'm not sure what kind of like, these cards have to be like crushed in some sort. Probably because when they put like the stamping on for the foiling or the holographic and the embossing like of the back design, like the logo there, they might have crushed them a little bit. But these are like extra crushed, like some cards are like bendy, but like these are like almost bent in half. Like these are like definitely like over like broken in. These are like super broken in, like straight out of the box. So they still handle fantastic though. Like you got a super smooth springs. They're a little bit too bendy for my taste. I would my slightly more thicker deck, but they're not too bad. And want to the fans. Nice shiny fan. And you can definitely feel the back design when you're fanning it. It's one of the first decks that I've actually have that's kind of like embossed on the back design. Well, as you can see, they spread nice and evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. There's no stickiness or clumpiness. Except for the back design, it feels like the back card kind of feels a little bit sticky. It depends on what weather you're in. But no real issues so far. Now for the Pharaoh. They're mostly smooth Pharaoh, not like flawlessly smooth, but they're still pretty smooth. I did slightly have to push them together a little bit. They did get a little bit stuck. Now for a giant fan of the back design. And it's definitely one of the shiniest giant fans I've done. Now for that reverse Pharaoh. I guess they were kind of both the same-ish for the Pharaohs. Like they felt similar. Now for a giant fan of the faces. Now time for the Riffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. And I gotta say, these cards are definitely like really flexible and like extra thin. The cards are really thin. They bend super easy, so you gotta be careful and try not to bend them too much. You wouldn't want to ruin your cards. But they still work for Bridge Shuffles and Riffle Shuffle. They're just like a softer and like slower one because the cards are like more bendable. They have more flex to it. But they still work. Nothing crazy or nothing like crazy exciting about them. Because they're like slower. If you have like a thicker one, then they got more pop and they go faster. Like these ones kind of like slightly like stick together, kind of, in a way. And now for the packet cuts. Well, I gotta say, I'm pretty sure these cards are made for cardistry. And they handle definitely like they feel like they're for cardistry. Like for the packet cut portion anyways, because like, I don't think you would want like super thin cards for cardistry. But they still handle fantastic for the packet cuts. Because they didn't feel like they wanted to slide out of my hands like at all. Like I can do like any kind of move. The packet cuts and they kind of stay packeted together. The back design might help, like slightly like stick together slightly, but they're still slidey. Now for the one-handed cut or Charlier cut. Now for the dribble. You still got a smooth dribble. This is more like a lighter dribble. Kind of like more soft and slower. Instead of like the thicker and like faster dribbles. These cards definitely getting used to. You have to definitely get a feel for them. And now for the spread fan. The dribbles were nice and smooth there. Oh. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, you got that classic Fontaine look to the cards. Because all the faces are just pretty standard. Then you got the you got the custom jokers. And that custom ace of spades. Hey, well, it just has that little colorway on it. Well, pretty simplistic like face designs for the cards because they're just standard pretty much. But then you got that back design, which stands out with that nice holographic design. And then you got the embossing on the back, which is kind of unique. You don't really see like embossing on the back designs as much. Or like I don't know if I've seen any at all. I've seen it on tuck boxes and stuff, just not on like the cards themselves, really. That's because these are the holographics stamped onto the cards, so it kind of presses in. And the only flaw I see well not the flaw, but you can kind of see the design through the cards there. So some people probably wouldn't like that. And then like the thickness of the cards, they're like extra like thin. So some people might like super thin decks, while other people would not. It's like I don't hate the thickness of it, but I definitely prefer slightly thicker, just so I have a little bit more control over the cards. But they still handle and feel fantastic. There's definitely I found no issues other than the thinness of the cards to be the problem. But they still handle pretty smoothly for most parts. It's just like a slower kind of motion to them. But overall, they feel fantastic still. They still handle like pretty much like normal. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And this has been day 206 of your daily deck review. This has been the Holographic Edition Fontaine playing cards from Fontaine's and Zach Mueller. So, with that being said, I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.